The movie starts in a cramped, half-basement apartment in Seoul, where the Kim family, father Ki-taek, mother Chung-suk, son Ki-woo, and daughter Ki-yoon, struggle to get by. Their window peers out at street level, giving them a literal and figurative low point in life. The Kims scrape together money folding pizza boxes for a local shop, swiping free Wi-Fi from nearby cafes, and generally living hand-to-mouth. One day, Ki-woo's wealthy college friend Min-hyuk visits. He's headed abroad for study and wants Ki-woo to take over tutoring the teenage daughter of the wealthy Park family, Dae-hae. Min-hyuk assures him he'll be fine posing as a university student. He trusts him more than his other friends, who might try to date Dae-hae. The Kims jump at the opportunity. Ki-yoon, a skilled forger, creates convincing college documents for her brother. Ki-woo arrives at the Park family's sprawling, modernist mansion, a stark contrast to his dingy basement home. Designed by a famous architect, the house is drenched in sunlight and luxury. The Parks are polite but clearly live in a different world. The mother Yeon-kyo is somewhat naive and easily impressed, while the father Dong-ik is cordial but distant. Ki-woo quickly charms Dae-hae and wins Yeon-kyo's trust. He spots an opening for his sister. Noticing that the Park's young son, Da-sung, is obsessed with art but deemed difficult, Ki-woo casually recommends an elite art therapist. He pitches Ki-yoon, now under the fake name, Jessica, as a Chicago-trained specialist. Ki-yoon arrives with a fabricated backstory and confidently plays the part, impressing Yeon-kyo with pseudo-psychological jargon. She gains employment immediately, charging a hefty rate. The Kims see a bigger opportunity. If they can replace the Park's existing servants with themselves, they could secure a steady income for the whole family. The first target is the chauffeur. Ki-yoon deliberately leaves her underwear in the back seat of the car after a ride. Later, Dong-ik discovers it, and suspecting inappropriate behavior on the driver's part, fires him. Ki-taek is brought in as a trustworthy replacement, posing as a driver recommended by a prestigious service. The final obstacle is the longtime housekeeper, Moon-gwang, who has served the Parks since before they moved in. She's devoted, but the Kims discover she has a severe allergy to peaches. Ki-yoon slyly brushes peach fuzz near Moon-gwang, triggering coughing fits. The Kims then stage a scene making it look like she has tuberculosis. Horrified, Yeon-kyo fires her. Chung-suk is installed as the new housekeeper, completing the Kims' covert takeover. At this point, the Parks have no idea all 4 of their employees are from the same family. With the Parks away on a camping trip for Da-sung's birthday, the Kims have the run of the mansion. They gorge themselves on food, drink expensive liquor, and lounge in the pristine living room. For a moment, it feels like they've finally made it. Then, late at night, the doorbell rings. It's Moon-gwang, the former housekeeper, standing in the rain. She pleads to be let in, saying she left something important in the basement. Reluctantly, Chung-suk lets her inside. Moon-gwang rushes downstairs and reveals a shocking secret. Behind a hidden pantry door is a concealed bunker built by the house's architect during the Korean War era, designed as a shelter from creditors or attackers. Living in this hidden space is her husband, Gun-se, who has been secretly staying there for years to hide from loan sharks. Moon-gwang has been secretly feeding him, while the Parks remained oblivious. The Kims are stunned. As they try to process this, Moon-gwang accidentally learns the Kims' own secret. That they're all related and have conned their way into the household. Moon-gwang records a video on her phone, threatening to send it to the Parks if they don't cooperate. A tense standoff erupts in the living room, with the 2 families grappling and blackmailing each other. The balance of power shifts back and forth until the Parks unexpectedly call to say they're returning home early due to the heavy rain canceling their trip. In a frenzy, the Kims force Moon-gwang and Gun-se back into the bunker, trying to hide all traces of their presence. As they finish cleaning, Yeon-kyo arrives with the children, while Ki-woo, Ki-yoon, and Ki-taek hide under the living room table. While the Parks relax upstairs, Yunkyo and Dongik lounge on the couch, discussing how Ki-taek smells faintly of old radishes, or subway air, a subtle sign of class prejudice that stings Ki-taek deeply. The Kims are trapped under the table for hours until the Parks finally fall asleep. They sneak out in the middle of the night. Returning home, the Kims discover the rain has flooded their neighborhood. Sewage water fills their apartment, and they lose most of their belongings. They spend the night in a crowded shelter, their luxurious evening in the mansion now a cruel memory. The next day, Yunkyo hastily organizes a backyard birthday party for Desong, inviting both Kims, in their disguises, to work the event. Meanwhile, in the bunker, Gunesei has gone unhinged. His wife was injured during the scuffle and later dies. Blaming the Kims, Gunesei snaps. During the party, Gunesei escapes from the bunker, armed with a large knife. He ambushes the gathering, striking Ki-young in the chest and sending the crowd into chaos. Ki-woo, trying to intervene, is knocked unconscious by a blow to the head. As guests flee, Desong collapses from shock. He had previously glimpsed Gunesei during a childhood incident, which Yunkyo believed caused trauma. Ki-taek, frantically trying to help his daughter, sees Dongik shouting for him to drive Desong to the hospital instead. At the same time, Dongik wrinkles his nose at Gunesei's body odor as he retrieves car keys from under him. This small gesture, Dongik's visible disgust, pushes Ki-taek over the edge. In a sudden, uncontrollable burst of rage, Ki-taek grabs the knife and fatally stabs Dongik in front of the horrified guests. He flees the scene before police can catch him. The news paints the attack as a random tragedy. Ki-woo survives but suffers brain trauma, laughing uncontrollably at times. Ki-young dies from her wounds. Chung-suk avoids charges, as there's little evidence of her involvement in the infiltration scheme. Ki-woo eventually visits the mansion from afar. The Parks have moved out, replaced by a new wealthy family. But through Morse code flashing from the house's light fixtures, Ki-woo realizes Ki-taek is still alive. He's hiding in the underground bunker, just like Gunesei once did, living off whatever food he can scavenge at night. Ki-woo imagines a plan. He'll work hard, earn enough money to buy the house, and one day simply walk inside to reunite with his father. The film ends on this dream, but cuts back to the cold reality. Ki-woo's still in the basement apartment, knowing the plan may be nothing more than a fantasy. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more movie recaps like this one.